Hi everyone, Esther here from Esther-Astro-Healing. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for all your support and comments and the messages we're receiving. I really appreciate it. I always looking forward to communicate with you. This particular video I want to dedicate to Mercury, and Mercury going direct tomorrow, October 3rd. And it's going to be direct in Libra, first degree. So it's really, he's going to change the energy every time planet change position from one sign to another. We really feel this, especially Mercury. Mercury, you remember, it's closer planet in the solar system to the sun. So it's the quickest quickest planet in the solar system. And it's constant in movement and change. And it's the most retrograde planet during the year. So we kind of used to, we always can hear Mercury retrograde, Mercury back. And of course, we continue with our lives. We need to do what we have to do. But this particular energy is going to be a little bit different than usual when Mercury becoming direct and kind of stationary. So for the next few days, we're going to feel a little bit more intense energy, especially we're just coming right now from a blue full moon. By the way, thank you so much for all your messages. And some of you are confused, how come we have a full moon before 15? What's happened last time, the full moon, by the way, we had two full moons in months of October. This is one of the reasons it's called blue moon. And the energy more intense because the previous full moon, it didn't really change these phases. And what's happened, the moment when sun really directly facing moon, this is the moment it's full moon, which did happen in on Saturday, on Shabbat. So we're still kind of recovering from that message, from this energy. And right now, the Mercury direct is going to stationary in Libra. We all 12 signs will feel this energy. So I will go again for each rising and moon. Again, it's in sidereal system, not Western. It's at least 23 degrees different. So I do recommend for you to go to the link below on my video, and you can check your sidereal system, what is your rising and what your moon. If you do not know your rising, definitely check your moon first, and your actual sign always last. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you the sky position. I do believe every time when I speak and I refer to certain combination aspects and what's happening in the sky, I feel personally it's always more beneficial for you to see directly what I'm referring to. And at the same time, you get a little bit more education and you will become more and more giga in astrology, right? Because what is the goal? The goal is really for all of us become more knowledgeable, to awaken the healer within us and not to be dependent on anything except to have really direct communication with our higher self and with the collective consciousness, with the creation and the creator. So this is the only way. It's really constantly to educate, to gain our knowledge, to, if knowledge become wisdom, this is the main goal, right? Because when it's become just information, knowledge, it's really not serving us. But as soon as it's you know, kind of become really wisdom with kindness, with less judgment, then really, then information starts to serve us. And I just want to remind us, just give you a heads up, by end of this video, I will be reading a small section from Zohar with a special combination mystical text, which can help us to overcome a lot of difficulties. And this particular combination, because it's written in Aramaic, it's directly connection with the creator, and it can help us even more for this upcoming months and a lot of changes. Please watch for my next video about November, the whole month of November. I will explain what's happened literally day by day, what's going to happen. But right now, this video again dedicated to Mercury. Okay, so let me share with you the sky, so you'll have a better understanding what's happening. Beautiful. So, so with my arrow, you're going to see what I'm referring to. So you can see this beautiful, beautiful Mercury, right? Today it's November 2nd, but I put sky for November 3rd. So November 3rd is exactly time, date when Mercury will change his position. So it's really, really important. It's turned direct. So when Mercury turned direct, and it's going to be in 1 degree, as you can see, right? So it's going to completely change his energy from Virgo. You remember, he was in Virgo when he was started the retrograde process. It was on October 4th. It was on 17 degree in Libra, right? And then he turned direct right now in first degree in, sorry, it was in Libra, and now it's going in, it was in Virgo, and now it's going into Libra. I feel my Mercury retrograde still kind of affected me today in this video. My apologies. So what's really happening? We need to remember every time when Mercury or any planets getting stationary, at the same moment, it's what's happened. It's almost like required from us to adapt to new set of energy. It's almost like helping us to is going direct and to move. It's actually moving forward, which is great. So now we can actually go ahead, start to plan more. Whatever we are working prior, we start to really plan and start to activate certain projects in certain, even in our relationship, we can move forward and with our plans, whatever we're, this period of time was going retrograde, we're working on it, which is I will go one each sign separately. And what's happened, it's not just start to turn direct, it's actually square by Saturn. I'm going to show you right now. It's square by Saturn, and it's in a position right now in the Aries, but it's in position with Uranus. So when it's square by Saturn and Libra, it's actually, because it's Mercury, it can affect our speech. And like you can prepare a beautiful presentation, or you want to have really nice conversation. Suddenly you come and you start, you want to start it, and you can really put words together. So this can be really affect our speech. So I do recommend for us not to jump right away with the new projects. If you can just take your time, take it easy. In general, for months of November and December, I do not recommend to do any investments really, because all this combination going to happen is going to be a little bit tricky. But again, I will go with in depth in my other video. So we can this is affect speech, but in the same time, it's present important information. Remember that every time planet is going direct from retrograde stage, is not really change the energy, as I mentioned before, and what is represent, right? So we can revisit and perhaps change our view and mind of important things. And many times happen, by the way, whatever the plan, even before it started retrograde or joined retrograde, when it's become direct, we actually can change our mind, because we suddenly can see different pictures. We suddenly, even the people who we might didn't get along together, we really can get along again, and we start to see the same people in different light, which is great. It's always this type of energy can give us opportunity to almost to connect to the bigger picture and not to be really too much, particularly in the small details, right? Because Mercury is changing to direct. It indicate, sometimes it can indicate confusion concerning represent communication. So now then it's moving forward, we definitely can, we can feel more assured. We almost in a way feel like we earn our own decision. Sometimes we we jump to something new, and we have a lot of excitement, and we have a clarity, and then we suddenly back off. We need to reevaluate things, we need to reanalyze, and this is exactly where we were in the last 3 weeks. So right now we get into this new energy, and it's starting from tomorrow. You actually can feel this energy tonight. I will go right now sign by sign, just to remind you what really Cosmos was asking from us, and how we can almost this transition will get maximum benefit from this transition, because it's really going to affect the whole months of November right now, the way how we will slowly and within a balanced way will transit to this new energy of Mercury. So if you recall, I'm going to start with Libra, only because it did initially, Mercury started retrograde in Libra, right? So if you remember, Libra rising in Libra moon, and again, it's in sidereal system. If you recall, Libras, it was in your first house. And what is the first house? It's the self house. It's everything for you was to evaluate whatever it's concerned to your look, to your presence, how you appear to public, and as well, self nude, the new look. You remember, I even recommend to some of you, if you want to change your hairstyle, if you want to change your style, it was really good time to come back to look and to check your closet and see what the new things you can adapt to your persona. Okay, so I hope you really use this time, and now we're getting to this new energy, and especially Libras, it's it's 1 degree, it's getting to Libra, so you're gonna really feel. So just take it easy, and for you Libra especially, you really many times rethink, reevaluate things, and you try to make everyone happy, and sometimes you neglecting yourself. So right now I do recommend for you to look at your health habits again. You can be, you are very good with structure, especially connect to your food and connect to your body and the health. You can be amazing, because you're really connected in the first place, you're really connected and in tune with your body too. So next, I'm going to Scorpio. And Scorpion, you remember your homework was in the 12th house. And what is the 12th house? It was past, old memories, old feelings, any people you're hurt, or perhaps you were hurt by other people. So it was really good time for you to rethink and to revisit the way how you connect to this extreme, intense feelings, right? And clean all, all grieving, whatever you forgiveness. So pay close attention to your dreams as well. So right now, this energy change to Libra. In Libra, it's about justice. It's about a fairness. In Libra, it's about the structure as well. So for you, Scorpio, it's really good right now to use to balance your emotions, to forgiveness, all of that, to come to with this energy with completely clean page. It's really good. So you will see almost like you will be less involved. And remember, every time when we try to say something or to be involved, sometimes not to involve, it's involve, right? Sometimes to balance our emotion and not to speak up right away, it's actually, you can say more, you can fix and balance more by doing so. This is right, really good reminder for you, Scorpions. Sagittarius, your homework was in 11th house. Now, what is the 11th house? 11th house, really no stranger to you, because it's very similar with your 9th house where you came from, right? So it's all about humanity. It's to resolve any miscommunication with friends and with your friendship, because for Sagittarius, this last 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde was really important for you to really understand the way how you try to be self-righteous, and you're very smart and very spiritual people, but very opinionated. And sometimes for other people, when they around two opinionated people, sometimes they don't feel they have a place to speak and to say their opinion. So for you, Sagittarius, it's really good time right now to with this Mercury direct, just to let other people to speak more, just to be good listeners, right? And all your old siblings, I hope you had a chance to reconnect with your old siblings to establish better relationship if it was any conflicts, or maybe this relationship been a little bit neglected. So it's good time, it's always good time to connect to our siblings. Capricorn, your homework was in 10th house. So for this next few weeks, you're going to feel, and remember, 10th house is your own house. So it's like you were in home. Sometimes when you're in your own home, you can see less than you can see when you're outside, right? So it's all about your purpose, your career, your status, how be ready for changes, perhaps to open new career. And these next few weeks, it's going to be really tremendous for you, Capricorn, because you're coming out right now from 10th house, and with you're supposed to fix and understand things of 10th house, it should really help your career and help your new projects big time. And the way how you take care of your employees as well, because for you, right, while you're trying to running and hide for the high career, it's really important who's your team, who's behind you, who really helping you and continue helps you, right? So it's really important to take care of people around you. My dear Aquarius, your homework was in 9th house. So you will start to make plans for travel. Even though we're right now still in a stage of coronavirus, it's still good for you to understand in, what is really traveling for you, Aquarius. You can even travel in your amazing mind. You one of the signs. First of all, you represent human, and you represent one of the highest spiritual level of all 12 zodiac signs according to Babylonian and Kabbalistic astrology, because you remember your sign holding a barrel with water in its water of life. So you have a secret for between this world and upper world, how to understand real spirituality more than any other sign. So your spiritual beliefs, your understanding, your connection with your father, by the way, it was really important because the 9th house is represent your father. And like I said, not if your father not alive, you always can connect to your father through meditation. If you never knew your father, his energy is still with you. So whoever represent a father figure for you, it's really important. And for you, again, to understand the one-on-one relationship, it's always very important because because it was in the 9th house. It can be one-on-one relationship can be easily neglected while you're busy with the big picture. But we remember, while we're taking care of the world, we always need to remember who we have beside us and how much we really take care of people who around us, right? So my dear Pisces, your homework was in the 8th house, and it still is. In the 8th house, it's mystical house. It's really close to your heart, right? Because 12th house, it's a house, it's very deep. It's very similar to 8th house, but 8th house, it's more about transformation. It's more about to get deep and find answers to some psychological and deep healings, and definitely study metaphysical subjects. I'm sure for the last few weeks you felt a little bit cuckoo in a good way because your Pisces right now, so much going on with you, your Mars right now activating you. By the way, for Pisces, I recommend, especially until end of December, literally, if possible, take some courses for dancing, or watch on YouTube, find some, because what is the Pisces? Pisces represent feet and it represents spine, and Mars activating this energetical force. And by the way, by until end of this December, because Mars is activating masses, and it's right now it's facing it's been like a back and forth from Pisces to Aries. But while it's right now in Pisces, I do recommend for you to, again, to dance, to use your feet. And if you notice, we have all the riders and all the people standing, right? They're standing and they trying to tell the truth, and sometimes even some aggressivity comes. It's interesting because when Pisces and when Mars and Pisces, it's unpredictable. So for you Pisces, this energy haven't been too easy, and when it's in 8th house, it actually can help you to understand the whole picture from more mystical, more deep world, because you remember a lot of things going to reveal to us soon. With all the combination, for you it is nothing new. You already know all of that. You felt that, you see in your dreams, you're so connected, and you a lot of times you're behind the scene. So right now, while all this energy unfold, try to meditate as more as you can, have enough sleep, especially for all water sign and even air sign as well. It's can be really trigger your nervous system in your brain. So good sleep right now, it's essential too. And be very, very selective with information you're getting from social media, from information from news, because if we always remember the energy, whatever energy we give, this is the energy live around us, right? So the next one, it's after Pisces, it's Aries. Aries, for you, it was in the 7th house, and it's still. So 7th house, it's all about relationship. And you can be very romantic, very force forward, but at the same time, sometimes in relationship, you can be a little bit too forward. So I hope you did use this time, this last few weeks, and for the next few weeks, this energy, whatever you work on yourself, it's going to really serve you to, to resist any issues with your partner on a personal level. Very important for you, Aries. And if you're single and you're trying to connect with someone, this is going to be a good time slowly start to maybe go to on the dating website or to reconnect with anyone really who close to you, your partner, and um, a good time to analyze what you really need, and how you can compromise what you want and what is the need of others around you. So next few weeks, this is the same theme for you. So please remember, seven houses, house of relationship, anything you can connect to, any relationship with your siblings, with your parents, with your close ones, with your loved ones, with your children, any type of relationship. This is still for you very, very important for the months of November, to be more sensitive, to be more patient. Okay, so the next one we have in Taurus. So a beautiful Taurus, your team was a sixth house. So sixth house, your homework still. So whatever you work last, again, I'm going to repeat myself, 3 weeks. Now you really need to show that really you did improve whatever it's connected to the energy of the sixth house, which is, sixth house. It's definitely it's house of your workplace, and it's um, you know any plans with your work, or simply finish what start. It was I was really theme for you. So the old projects, it was the good time for you to organize your workplace, to rethink how you can be more sufficient with your time, finish what you start, and just not to procrastinate, not to look for too much to rest. Try to be more sufficient with you, even with your exercise. Don't forget, sixth house is a house of conflict. So don't wait and then explore when for the conflict, because you, Taurus, sometimes you're too patient, but this patience not always work for you. In a sense, sometimes when you need to speak, it's good to speak up. But be constructive with what message you're trying to send, right? Don't look for confrontation. By the way, confrontation is not something really too natural to you. You love when things working okay, because it's more more comfortable. But because it's come to the sixth house, Cosmos definitely going to push you to learn how to confront and how to resolve certain situation. And exercise, I can't stress enough how it's important for you, for all of us, but for you especially, because Cosmos asking you in the sixth house, it's your health, your food habits, very, very important. And if you start to exercise, I hope you did, so definitely it's going to serve you well for the until for the long time. Gemini, beautiful Gemini, your homework in fifth house, and for you probably was one of the easiest ones, because his fifth house is really a happy house. It's house of children, it's house of nice projects, funds, right? So I hope you did, use this last three weeks, and to understand, to ask yourself what kind of hobbies you should adapt to, what fun represent for you, how you can to be um, more organized with your time. Try not to read 3 or 4 books at the same time, or to do so many things at the same time. How you can really, when you have a fun, really just have fun. Don't think about anything else around you. So I hope you had really good time. And for the next few weeks, I do recommend for you guys to do meditation, because it's your planet. And and especially she's going right now to another sign, duality, because you came from duality, and she's in the Libra in duality. It's gonna trigger your mind, it's gonna trigger your thoughts. So for you, definitely try not to think too much, and a good time to meditate. Next one, Cancer, your homework in fourth house. In fourth house, it's your own house. It's really close to your heart. You know what is the fourth house. This is something you deal with this every day. But for some reason, Cosmos really wanted you to evaluate this house from different angle, right? So it's about your home, about family, Perhaps you had a chance to make plans how you want to redone a couple of things in your own house, maybe some construction. Is going to be a good time to start, but slowly. Remember, Mercury still not in the best, so some things can be taking time, and maybe a little bit with communication you will feel you've been a little bit misunderstood, because Mercury sorry, the Mars in Pisces, and it's still your sister house. It will affect you. And you remember, Cancer, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, you're a social worker of the world. The way how you really feel the pain of other people, and I'm sure for you it's such an important time, because this is the time when you can put your beautiful mind and your heart together. And just for you, by you to be present with other people, you're already helping just with your presence. This is how it's important for you to be balanced and to feel loved and to give love, right? So you can use meditation and really to create the internal peace, because you represent home, you represent house, and when you're at home, be the one who first will represent the peace in the house. It's extremely important. The next one, it's Leo. And Leo, for you, it was the third house, and it's dealing with communication. And third house is the house of Geminis, right? And for you, it's not bad to be in it with Geminis, because you Leos, you're so gracious and you know how to speak and you know how to present. And especially when you have a third house, it always can help you to be even better speaker. So I hope you use this last few weeks, you achieve, some healing in your pride, right? Because Leo's pride is extremely important to you. It's important for you to be heard and to be people listen to you. So for the next few weeks, it's going to be really good for you to put your noble energy in the right direction, in the right energy, so you can your own communication skills revisit, and you can show other people, then it's not really about you, it's not about how you feel, it's really about humanity, because this is who you are. You're the sun. Your energy extremely important for everyone around you. To have Leo in home, it's vitality. To have Leo as a friend, as a spouse, you have to have a special skills. And for Leos to humble yourself, it's such a good practice, for your energy. And I hope you had a chance to put your thoughts in writing, because it's third house. And if you never had your own journal, I hope you did start. It can be very, very healing for you. So continue with that. It's going to help you for the next few months for sure. Now, Virgo, your homework was in the second house. It still is. And I hope you did, you look at your financial situation, money, how money comes and how money goes, what money and sustenance represent for you, and why it brings certain insecurities, and why money sometimes can bring you happiness, why it's actually so. It's really important for you to understand what is the money. It's really we're talking about the energy. So nothing should provide us happiness. I understand it's always easy and comfortable when you have enough financial situation. But when you're growing spiritually, you understand when you do have certain period of time when you lack in money, when you lack in financial stability, it's actually a good time for us to revisit and to check the real trust, how much we trust the cosmos, how much we trust our own process, why we're right now in this situation when we need to humble ourselves and to understand why money, sometimes lack of money, is giving us new opportunity to have new appreciation for many things, people around us, uh, the things we have. Sometimes we have more than we need. So I hope you use this time. And for the second house, definitely you still will feel effect of it. And I'm going to make a video for each sign, how it's going to affect in months of November. So definitely watch. There's some information for you as well. And I really hope that this last few weeks did help you to revisit things and to understand things again, especially on financial level. Okay. So I think that's all what I wanted to say with regards to Mercury. for this for the next couple of weeks. I do hope this information was been in value to you. And as I promised, I want to read a few words of Zohar. I think it's really, it can help us tremendously, according to sages and our righteous people who really understood the power and energy of Zohar, text of Zohar. They always recommend for us to connect, because our essence, our soul, really connect with the Hebrew alphabet, and it's connect with, especially with Aramaic. So I'm going to read right now a little bit in English, just for you to understand what is the sex about, and text about, and then you will you can close your eyes while I'm going to read in Aramaic, and just ask your higher self to support you for the next few months, because the next few months are going to really change the humanity more than we can even imagine. What we went through for 2020, it's just the preparation for its coming in a good way, because all our souls, I mentioned in every video, we one of the luckiest one, then we get permission to be right now this lifetime and this pivot moment of humanity, and to experience what we experience, and to have total trust to understand. Then we don't see the full picture, but our soul understand. And it's always end of the tunnel, it's only light. And what's happening right now, it's not just illusion, it's the most beautiful thing. It's preparation for something amazing coming, because the new world we're gonna enter, and we're already in the way in, it's going to be a different reality. It's going to require from us a higher level of consciousness. So let's go with Zohar before I will say goodbye to you. So Zohar says, at every beginning, at every opening, with every seed level moment, there are dark forces present, docile objects intain, negatively influence and curse all that will come after. The Zohar reveals the process by which we can break the curses and remove the negative factors. New projects and new beginnings in our life start out with bountiful optimism and hope, but that at the may and sin negative forces often infect and on the seed level, leading to broken dreams and unrealized goals. So we receive the power to break our own negative nature and the negative forces around us that try to curse new beginning in our life. It's cool. It's really amazing. I'm very excited. So now in Aramaic. וישך וגוי גדול, ההיא ברכתה חדה ואברכך, תאריך והגדלה שמחה, תלת והיה ברכה. ארבע ואברכה, מברכך חמש, ומלקלך ואורך שית, ונברחו בך כל משפחות האדמה השבה, כיוון דהתברכו באילן שבה ברכן, מה כתיב וילך אברהם, כאשר דיבר אליו אדוני, לנחתה והיא עלמה כמה דהתפקדה. There are 7 blessings that appear in this passage. 1, I will make you a great nation. So Creator talking about here the level of soul. Visualize every time when we're growing spiritually and we want bigger desire to understand why we're here and connect to the light of Creator, we part of the big nations and great nations Creator Zohar described here. Number 2, I will bless you. Number 3, will make your name great. Number 4, and you shall be the blessed. 5, and I will bless them that bless you. 6, and curse him that curse you. 7, and you shall all families of the earth be blessed. And after receive the 7 blessings, it's reading. So Abraham, it actually doesn't say Abraham because Abraham didn't receive yet the letter He. So here he's referred as Abraham. Departed as Hashem had spoken to him. Hashem is the creator. This is in Hebrew called Creator, Hashem, name. This means that he went down to the world as we commanded to do. מיד וילך איתו לאות, דה יהיו נחש, דהתלתלה והתלתלה עלמה. בגיניה דהיו קמים, לפתיחה, להסתעה, לגופה ולתפעולה נשמתה, פולחנה דהתפקדת, את דיכרוך עליו, בהאי עלמא י"ג שנית ודה, מתרסר שנית, ולעילה נשמתה, התארת למפלח פולחנה דהתפקדת, ה' ואברהם בן 5 שנים ו70 שנה, 75 years inun. Immediately Lot went with him. This is the serpent that was cursed, and cursed the world to be cursed. The scriptures call the serpent by the name Lot, because Lot means curse in Aramaic. The serpent was cursed and brought curses to the world, so he accompanied the soul during this stay in this world. And the serpent stands in the opening, in every opening, in order to mislead the body, as it is reading, sin crushes at the door. And this why, by the way, this is one of the reasons we do have Zohar as well. In the age beginning, you want to have a blessing. And this is reading, why the soul will not start fulfilling the mission it was commanded to perform until it has completed 13 years in this world. So for male, it's 13, and for female, it's 12 years old. So after it's become 12, it's become from the 12 years onward, the soul is aroused to fulfill its task. Therefore, it is reading, and Abraham was 75 years old. 70 is reduced into numerical value equals 7, and the 7 plus 5 is 12. Then the soul leaves Haran, which is the klipot. Klipot is negative shells we all create and enjoy in our lifetime with our actions. And it is ours to the severe Hashem and fulfill its allotted task. I hope this information serve you, and the energy of Zohar can help all of us, our souls, to understand bigger picture and always bring balance and love and to everyone around us and to the collective consciousness. I wish you all the best and looking forward to connect with you more. All the best. Bye-bye.